is up, all you gamerholics out there? This past weekend was a blast at Retropalooza, and I've actually accomplished a few goals. One major goal, which I'll get to later, but also games I used to own in my collection. So I'll get to those games in a little bit. So we are gathered by Mike from My Passions and Mike from Leaks Like Crank 75.
Me, hi.
So yeah, got all the goodies right here, so we can just show you everything.
Well, buddy, one thing I can say is we survived.
Oh, I'm actually going to try to go to the one in Houston next year.
Oh, I definitely want to try that. And you know what? Another thing is we've been talking about doing is maybe PGRE.
Maybe.
PRGE.
PRGE. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
I
It was one of those two.
Some things you've seen before on Saturday, but some you haven't seen.
Oh, wow.
We'll start with the Wii U titles, so I can add to the collection, and then I'll show you.
More your alley.
Alright, so first we got Skylanders SWAT Team.
The only reason I know Skylanders is because of your last video. Or your big video, rather.
Track Team, my fault. SWAT Force. And then Scribblenauts Unmasked. It's kind of interesting. It looks like a DC type thing. You're kind of dressing your little characters in DCs. So, yeah. I mean, that might be fun to play.
Oh my god, I can't believe
Snoopy's Grand Adventure. Why not?
that looks like fun.
Yeah.
Then these are two titles I actually do know about. That's why I had no idea about the others. I'm like, that's on you. Because I know you have a bunch of the Skylanders things based on one of our last videos we did together. So, one of the games that I recognize is Just Dance, Disney 2. I mean, even if you're not a big fan of Disney, who can ever go wrong with Just Dance? Even if you suck at dancing, it's still a lot of fun. So that's about the only time I ever get on the dance floor. Except for DDR. And then, of course, we have an amazing game, which I love. Xenoblade Chronicles X. I'm a huge fan of Xeno Chronicles.
I think the first one was on the 3DS, huh?
Yep.
And this is just like an upgraded version, I guess.
And, of course, as you know, there's Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and now Xenoblade Chronicles 3 on Switch. So I'm really happy about the third one. I haven't played it yet, but I love Xeno Chronicles 2.
I'll let you do these.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Michael.
I got a game from Jellico called Bases Loaded 2 Second Season.
This is the box and manual. But I do have the game at home. So
that's fun.
Now it's going to be complete.
And awesome. I got one from the Parker Brothers on the Sega system that keeps asking the question, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Well, I guess you'll have to play the game to find out.
For those of y'all who don't know the series, there was actually, I'm going back and dating us now a little bit, there was actually a short-lived TV series called Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
I heard it, never actually watched it.
It was fun. It was based on a computer game. It may have been a board game before, I don't know, but it was a great way for you to learn geography, and it was a lot of fun. So definitely check it out. It goes all the way back to like SNES, I think, maybe earlier.
Maybe.
So Scott and I were at one of these tables during Retro. I got a lot of Japanese Sega Saturn imports, which you'll see in my video once it finishes uploading, if it ever uploads.
It will.
Eventually. And he and I were looking at a bunch of these games, and one of them that he came across, I was actually looking at. It's called Dragon Lord. and it's almost, it looks like a FF type, which is really cool. Those of you who know me know I absolutely love FF.
I mean, here it looks like almost like a fighting game of some sort.
Kind of?
But I mean, it looks interesting.
I got it. I know what it is. It is a action RPG. Beat 'em up action RPG.
It's hard to tell.
Then we have something called Rig Lord Saga, which is interesting. I am guessing it's another take on the romancing saga. I don't know. I've never heard of Rig
knows?
Lord.
It looks adventurous.
I cannot believe you found these. I actually was looking at these for myself, some of them.
And this is one game I used to own a long time ago.
Resident Evil Code Veronica.
I still remember the
Fabulous
first scene
game.
perfectly. You're escaping from a graveyard.
I remember it
Jeez.
well. Then,
I'm glad I had it back in my collection.
now you and I talked about this in detail. Panzer Dragoon.
I never played it.
This is a fabulous game. It is one of the hardest games to find, in my opinion. I
just need to get the English. I mean, the manual for it.
And then you have something that I was actually going to buy myself, so I'm kind of glad you beat me to it.
I just need some new Saturn games.
And of course, I'm going to have to get this for myself too. Virtua Fighter Kids.
Ooh.
I was looking really hard at that game, and I was supposed to go back on Sunday, but I wasn't really feeling like it, so I decided.
And then we have just a box only for Tecmo Cup.
Nice.
And I have a classic game from Genesis, Sega, Pac-Man 2.
Oh, very nice.
I'm probably gonna butcher the name of it.
Go for it.
But I'm guessing it's pronounced Kashimashi, maybe? I'm just guessing on that. It looks like an interesting anime.
I have a cool game on the Sega system that from Japan. It's called Shining Force 2.
Oh my god. I can't believe you bought that.
Oh yeah, I mean
That was the other one I was looking at.
it looks definitely like an action art. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I think I played it during the. It might be on the classic.
It's
Maybe.
possible.
I think.
Now here's something that I bought for him because I have a loose copy, and this is one of my favorite sagas. Chrono Trigger on Super Famicom. Chrono Trigger. And it is absolutely a beautiful condition box. The box is in great nick. Really?
What?
Really?
I need that.
Why don't you just do what I did? He just interrupted our film to very politely and non-discreetly hand me a action replay for Saturn so he can play his Japanese games, whereas I suggested just doing what I did and buy a Japanese Saturn.
No point at this moment.
It would be good in your collection.
I'll let you do these.
Oh yes. Oh my god, these are the ones that we talked about.
We got a couple of them.
I think you should do that one.
I'll do that one last. Let me get to these real quick.
Please do.
These are nice little pixel things that I've got as well. Duh. That's just the base of it. Yeah, that's the base. Aha.
Oh, wow.
Of course, Tara wanted those.
Yeah.
So, why not just get it? I think
That's
that
cool.
goes to something.
That
These look
looks
more
awesome.
detailed than the ones I've seen before.
They are really
Because they're
detailed.
more pixelated and they actually stand up better. Cause it's probably just the plastic that stands up better.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So one of the things that Scott and I found was a table where a gentleman had all of these Nintendo Power. And we kind of negotiated back and forth. We ended up getting, what, like 5 or 6 of them?
Well, that was
This one, these 3.
also with this.
Oh, yeah. He got a few boxes, too.
But besides that,
Oh, my God.
I think I got this whole collection. Then we got Maggie.
Of course.
Homer.
Beer.
And the Mischief of Art.
Ay, caramba.
So, one of the cool things about this Nintendo Power is this issue is none other than Street Fighter 2. And whoever had this, it was their last issue. I feel so sorry for them.
Well, I took the, actually I don't think they had a name on that one. Oh, on the back. Okay, we're not going to show them that.
Obviously. For privacy reasons. So where do you want me to put them?
I'm going to put all that back in the box on the bottom.
So, one of the other things that Scott got from me was something that I was so happy about. I
think the
absolutely...
ones that for you are the ones in the bag. The loose ones are mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that game though.
I'll get to this one last.
Yes. One of my favorite games on SNES.
To this last.
The Lemmings. That is one of the hardest but most fun.
I don't think I've ever played them before.
Well, I got the Super hooked up, so we gotta play it.
True.
It is a... hard to explain it. It's a Pikmin for SNES and PC, essentially. And then these two I really, really wanted, and I'm so glad you got these for me. So this edition of Nintendo Power featured Robin Hood, the Prince of Thieves, the hit movie and a hot game. And has beautiful, beautiful art, and it appears to be in really good nick too. So obviously I have to have a peek.
I want to show the back of it.
Well, I know, but I have to have a peek inside.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. Oh wow! Look at this. Beautiful pictures, and the other one for me was something that I really am excited about. Oh, here's the actual game, and it looks like a map for each level, so that's really cool.
What system that's for?
It covers the Game Boy and Nintendo.
Okay.
And that is the one that I really am excited about. I saw this.
We'll just put these in here.
I saw this, and I was so excited because of what it said right on the cover. It is WWF Super WrestleMania.
Ooh.
With, of course, you got Hulk Hogan dropping a leg on Typhoon.
Ooh,
That made my day.
So this next little set, some of the Super Nintendo games I used to own.
yeah,
Nice.
we got some classics like Doom,
Yes, I used to own that one.
Mickey
Mania.
Mania.
You found that on SNES?
Yeah, I gave that copy to you a long time ago.
No, I think I had my own copy.
I gave that one to you.
Earthworm Jim.
Oh my god!
I'm sure you remember him.
That I never owned,
I have him
but
on.
I just wanted to play that.
I have him on Sega CD and Sega.
Madden '96.
Oh my god!
I'll get to that in a sec.
And for the Game Boy, Mickey's Dangerous Chase.
That's actually complete.
Oh my god. That was one of the hardest games ever.
So the next little goodies have a few pops from Sword Art Online. Just the main two characters for now.
Wow.
Asuna and Kirito.
Same to you.
Because my brother was supposed to give me Leafa, which I think she's in the back of this one. But actually, yeah. So I will say I actually do own this one back here, but I just want to have it with me.
I can vouch for him. I saw him buy it.
And
Ha ha ha.
everybody knows me with this.
Of course.
Another Alexa Bliss pop. I probably have this about every single one so far.
She's a great wrestling villain.
Actually, well, she's Mitch.
Yeah. So, before we get into these, I have a little funny thing that just came up. Which is, on WWE's website, you know, part of the subscription club and everything, they had a sale for 70% off, and I got myself some Alexa Bliss shorts for men.
Okay.
Plain pain.
Huh.
I was like, it was on sale for 70% off. I'm like, well, I may as well. Why not?
Interesting.
Now that game right there,
Well, that's why I got it.
he has the box for it too.
That's the reason why I found the game, just so I can add it to the box.
Beautiful idea.
Why not? Let's need to get the manual for it next.
Then a very beat up, but very cool.
Because if y'all remember
Engine
when
Pac-Man.
when we picked up those NES games at Goodwill, I'm like, I could have just passed the box up.
That's a fair point.
Even though it's in bad shape, I mean,
That's being generous.
why not? I mean, at least I have the box for it.
This is one of the coolest games, in my opinion, back in the day.
And I do have an empty Sega Genesis case. So I'm just going to slip it right in there.
NFL Quarterback Club. I remember playing this on Game Boy.
So I'll just find the game for it. At least I have the insert.
Oh, Riddick Bowe. I forgot about that dude. Riddick Bowe Boxing for the Game Gear.
Good shape for the box.
It's really good shape, yeah.
Who knows? I might even have the game at home.
Oh. Then you cannot
That I do have.
You cannot have a Game Gear or Sega CD or Sega or SNES without NBA Jam. And if you're lucky like I am, you have the tournament edition on all versions, including on the Game Boy. And where did you find this?
It was probably in that same pile with the rest of it.
This is the instruction manual for Codebreaker on Atari.
Wow.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Who knows if
It's
I
been
have
a
the game at
while.
home, but who knows?
It might be in my box with all those other
Or mine.
50-something games.
So the main game I was searching for, yes, I actually found it.
Yes, you did.
Super Metroid.
I know.
But it also came with the manual.
You don't say.
So I'm actually happy with it. It was in good shape. I mean, not
Yeah.
bad.
The price was reasonable.
About 100.
Yeah.
So the next item, I'm giving out shout outs to 3 YouTubers. One, Gerard the Completionist.
Of course.
I've been trying to meet him since the first year we went to Retropalooza.
He was supposed to be there, and something happened.
Something
right?
happened and he never showed up. But this,
Yeah.
he said this was like a kind of like a charity book of some sort.
That's so cool.
So once it looks kind of cool though. I like
It does, yeah.
I like the magazine.
Yeah.
I'll probably just frame the book. And he did sign it if you see it at the bottom right there.
Yep.
And then,
He was hiding in the corner, wasn't he?
yeah,
Like right at
towards
the beginning?
near the arcades.
Yeah.
And then another YouTuber that I met last year as well, Retro Rick.
Oh,
which recently he did buy himself a store.
Which we definitely are going to check
I
out.
think it's called Game Point.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool. And then as we're walking around, we came across My Retro Life. So shout out to all three of y'all. Great YouTube channels.
Amazingly cool dude to talk to.
Oh yeah, very nice people.
That was awesome. I really enjoyed meeting y'all.
What? Anything you want to say, Michael? I know you met one YouTuber, right?
Yeah, I met Andre the Black Nerd.
Which is right next to the completionist.
He is very, very friendly, very insightful guy.
And then we did see Pat the NES Punk. I know he's working on his third book next year in 64.
He had a cool table. That's where I got the WWE Crash.
I met him.
Oh, okay.
I met
Or
him last
Crush.
year. I met him last year at Retro.
All right, well, that's all we have for this year's Retropalooza.
I hope you enjoyed our trip down memory lane as much as we did.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to go to one in Houston next year during the summer. At least that way my family can enjoy that.
I think we got a challenge.
It'll be
Challenge
fun.
accepted.
Until then, keep on gaming, guys, and take care.
Bye.
Yeah, but they will be making that at least till the day civilization ends. Yeah, we can't get another.
Go ahead. That's fair.
That was one of the best things here was Alex's, well, they had an extra time slot. And they wanted to.
I didn't